On this day, the feast of St. Romuald, founder of the Camaldolese, hermits and monks, one thinks of the monastic centuries and of the passage of time. At Selignac, I was influenced by the passage in the air of Don Damien, who had been a friend with my novice master in the early days in the monastery, and he had been transferred to be procurator of the Carthusian house at Florence, La Certosa. But when he got there, he asked if he could go to the Camaldolese monastery, to the Sacro Eremo, and become a hermit there rather than become a procurator. And it was allowed, and he became a recluse, and I had wanted to take his place. Life goes on, but the silence of solitude is always the same. But it can be filled with too many things, and I was warned about that. Indeed, one of the brethren at Selignac quoted a dying Carthusian who had said he had wasted his life doing too many things. J'ai gaspillé ma vie à faire trop de choses. But yet, some things are worth doing before we pass on. And the publishing of my own brother's autobiography, which he wrote during the silence of the COVID, was a message also, perhaps from Providence, to think about the value of putting things down before one goes into eternity. And so I put, at last, all the poetry together in these two volumes, which came from the printing press yesterday. Maybe eventually we'll make them available on Amazon. But there's a lot here, more than 1,000 pages of poetry. But all the life is there from 1980 to the present. And these are moments when one can relive moments past, because one crystallizes moments on a page. Poetry has been defined as emotion recollected in tranquility. St. Romuald had the particularity of wanting complete solitude, and the Camaldolese had that element of complete solitude and reclusion for those who opted for the entirely eremitic life. Close, therefore, to the spirit of the Desert Fathers, and indeed of the Celtic monks whom we remember here at Monaster Boyce, where time still passes gently and quietly. What is this life? There is too much to do on earth, and more than need be done is done by all that do too much to do all well. For this one law of patient moments old, that ancients knew, the new found sound of man can ill contain, and waning is the moon that should have known to slowly be, to wholly be again what once it calmly was. To days outblown, O Master of the energies of flesh that twitch and chatter o'er a loudest day, that held a bulging load, what did enmesh the very brain that breathed till it should pay a debt too heavy to a great machine that had no power to stop till all had been. One sees the difference in the approach to eternity as the centuries pass. Here, a recent grave has a rather different slant on eternity and death.